Welcome to SGL Spiritual Guiding Light. This is going to be an entrepreneur reading. If you are new to SGL, welcome. If you are coming over from the podcast and you're a podcast supporter for the Spiritual Guiding Light, thank you so much for coming over and supporting the YouTube channel. Yeah. So entrepreneurs, this is going to be your entrepreneur weekend reading here. I'm going to start you off with affirmation. You can utilize your affirmation with your 4-minute manifestation. And you're like, manifestation? What do you mean? What is a 4-minute manifestation? Or a 4-minute manifestation is where you practice gratitude for 4 minutes of your time, releasing any burdens, negativity. And it doesn't necessarily be there. You could be feeling very heavy or the weight of other people, are, getting stirred up, riled up, and you just need that 4 minutes of just being in gratitude, releasing, having your breathing techniques. And while doing that, you could be saying your affirmation, pulling in and allowing the universe to bless you and gift you the desires of your heart. Isn't that beautiful? By showing gratitude, how the universe can just open doors and bless you. Okay. Affirmation. Though these times are difficult, they are only a short phase of life. Okay, this is your confirmation that for those of you who are new, you fill in the blank: contractor, freelancer, business owner, entrepreneur. Basically, entrepreneur is just an individual who are have multiple avenues, multiple lanes, multiple projects, right? Just multiple of things of one or more, one or two or more things that you work. Okay, an example: say you are a realtor, right? You have a real estate company, but you also have a marketing company, and you have a sales company, and all those work for the realty company that works for your main foundation is your real estate, your purchasing of properties and things of that nature. Another example could be you are a hair technician, barber, whatever you want to call it, which are two different things. Okay, that's why I say you have to fill in the blank of what label that is. I can't tell you what that is, but I can advise spiritually and give direction, as well as provide your confirmation and use the necessary tools so that we can look out for things. Okay, those are those moments where it's like, oh, okay, that's what SGL was talking about. And you receive your confirmation sometime today, tomorrow, or, as time passes for the most part. But as an example, so as a hair technician or a barber, right, you have a promoting business. You promote your services, and then you may have merch product. Okay, those are 3 different areas. Okay, you as a licensed barber or hair technician, and then you have this avenue here where you have to promote your services. You have to have clients to make money, right? And then you could be offering workshops and things like that. That's another avenue. Just basically doing more than one thing, 1, 2 or more things. Okay. But you can label yourself as what you want to label. That's why I didn't want to count anyone out. So I just put entrepreneurs because an entrepreneur knows an entrepreneur. Okay. Or if you are trying to understand entrepreneurship, which is a beautiful thing to understand that you are not the only one that is in the journey of this battle. That when things, it's a difficult, especially starting out, getting your name out. It doesn't matter how much money you have. You can have the best website. You can have the best of the best. Doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean it's going to take off. Doesn't mean people are going to accept it, digest it, use your product, take your service. Does not matter. Okay. A lot of people come into the game thinking that, yeah, I have the money, so it's going to be successful. No, it's a process. Okay. So your affirmation, though these times are difficult, they are only a short phase of life. So during a time of difficultness, entrepreneur, because you have to understand personal as well as business, and you have to be able to balance those out. That's really showing the temperance card there. You have to be able to balance that out, okay? Especially if you have a family. So that's personal, family, and business, or however you want to place, your priorities. But for the most part, the most challenging part is personal. And reason why is because personal, you have 3 jobs: mind, body, and soul, so that you can be whole. Okay, let's go ahead and shine some light on your reading, entrepreneur, before we dive in. Also, tune in. You can view Take the Leap, and also you can listen to Take the Leap, the foundation of taking the leap, on the podcast. The link is in the description box. And as entrepreneur, we have to constantly renew ourselves, and so that's why I created the 4-minute manifestation, because I was like, okay, I'm constantly on the go. I'm constantly doing these things, but yet it's like either there's a lack of energy, a lack of clarity, and I'm like, okay, I'll go meditate in prayer and then wake up and be like, oh snap, I fell asleep. So I said, okay, Spirit, I need you to help me here. And 4-minute manifestation. So I take 4 minutes of gratitude and I breathe and I practice. And when I tell you, the universe is a mover and a shaker. And when I'm telling you, so you can say this affirmation with your 4-minute manifestation. Through these times are difficult. They're the only short phase of my life. The universe will start shaking and moving and opening doors. And I'm telling you, you won't even realize what the true desires of your heart when the universe blesses you and gifts you. Having a relationship with self and just saying, I have gratitude of taking out 4 minutes of my time. And the universe says, that's what I'm talking about. Let me bless you, baby. So we're going to shine some light on you. We have Sister of Roses, Beauty and Devotion, Priestess, Mystic Teacher. Some of you are teachers. You fill in the blank of what kind of teacher that is. Some of you are spiritual practitioners. You fill in the blank of what that is. Some of you are in the beauty industry. Okay. Confirmation that, it feels more of the overflow of your cup being filled by divine is when times are challenging. And sometimes not just the challenges, when we have to accept things for what they are, or when we have to move forward, right? That moment where we have to redirect our energy to move forward. right? So that we can aim and own our goals and to embrace, right? So that we can give back with compassion and be charitable with our compassion while planting seeds of faith. But for the most part, when we are planting, you have to understand, especially if you are a water sign, that you are birthing and a balance within whatever your targeted audience is, your product, your service isn't aligned, is your demographics aligned? Because sometimes our challenges can just be an experience of a learning experience, right? Where we rid and remove and say, okay, you changed this hashtag. That simple change and that shift of updating your hashtags, and next thing you know, okay, you're like, oh, okay, I'm getting some traffic here. Okay, got it. Feels good. Those small rewards of just small adjustments, sometimes it's not that big. A simple change of a color of what you wear, and being consistent with that color. Allow your audience to build a relationship with you. Allow them to show them that they have a secure place that they know that they can go to. And it's not just temporarily. Okay. So let's try to look at some things here. Actually, some mental blockages or things that we may not be aware that coexist within self, so that we can balance our abundance and our prosperity, and so that we can have an open eye to see the sign of success, opportunity, when you collaborate and network with others. And some of you, no gender role, but, when you create a sisterhood, brotherhood, whatever you want to label it, that takes patience. It takes time to be willing to listen to other stories. We could be so excited to tell our story, but when it's time to hear other people's stories and their visions or their dreams, okay, do you get bored? Do you get connected? Do you hold back? Do you get intimidated? I definitely sense confidence is needed, as well as patience. Some of you are becoming a social butterfly. Is there anything pertaining to? We have lethargic. Okay, you got to get rid of that lazy spirit. Some of you, sheepish. Okay. And then we have petty here. Could be petty cash. Some of you need to establish petty cash and start really utilizing your spreadsheet and your receipts and things like that, so that you can look legitimate. Yes, you are a mentor. Some of you either are trying to start creating your courses and your workshops, and it's not that you're lazy. It's just you can watch videos, whatever that may be. What of suggestion is planning it out, writing it down, making it clear, and making it as simple as possible. And it's like, okay, well, what do you mean? Okay, let's give an example. How to start a YouTube channel. You need an email. You want to show people who are willing to listen to you because they trust you. Some people don't know how to create an email. People know how to work technology, but there's certain levels of how they know how to work it. Okay, so create the email. Once you create your email, You want to, but in order to create an email, what is the name of this YouTube channel? You want to make sure that the name of your YouTube channel is the same as your email. It's not required, but you don't want to get confused and be all over the place. Okay, it's just starting step by step. Okay, lethargic. Some of you, it's not that you're lazy, you just have a lack of energy. There may be a lack of nutrients in the body. You may not have not have accessible to fresh fruits and things like that. Things are going up. Things are going up. And everything that we see on social media is not accessible to us, So, how do you substitute? Well, they do have things in pill intake. You can start juicing. Well, how do you juice? You have to have fruits, but you can also get frozen fruits and, again, juice. Turn them into smoothies. Start intaking powder supplements and things like that. Someone can, feel lifeless due to the simple fact of a company that you keep. You're trying to move forward into your world of entrepreneurship, and you're a wonderful talker. You're a good person, wholesome person at that. People look up to you. People know who you are, but people are not taking you serious when it comes because you're too busy coaching people who's basically trying to tell you, go on in your journey of entrepreneurship. We don't want to hear it no more. We support you, but you are practicing on the wrong people, and it's draining you because you are looking for this recognition. You already got their recognition, the fact that they're listening to you, because that's called support, and that's where it stops. So you have to go out and take the leap. That's why I said go listen to the podcast, Take the Leap, and then watch the video on the YouTube of Take the Leap, the extended part. Okay, because you can catch yourself getting into petty arguments, petty situations. You can damage your brand or your product or your service before even starting it, right? From a guilty of association. Your good deeds be the evil spoken of. Okay, so let's go ahead. Get started here. We do have the Two of Swords. Some of you are starting out and, you haven't even come into acceptance that you're already, this is arrogance, but you're not arrogant. You just know what you want. You know how you want it. And you have to keep your heart in guard, your mind at guard, because you know how it feels for takers to take and to use you for opportunity. But for the most part, you have to let go of the past. Yes, we forgive, but we don't forget. But you don't want to sabotage current or things that you're calling in. Okay? And the lack of nutrition for the mind can also cause, laziness and poor judgment. Thinking that everyone is out to get you, or thinking that, you're sleepwalking. But you're skilled at it. That's the thing. It's like been there, done that. You're so skilled that, people feel intimidated, like as if they think you know it all. And it's not that. You have to understand that you have to go surround yourself around people. And it's like, well, how do you surround yourself around those people? You have to put in the footwork. You have technology to where you have access to communicate There is no excuses for anyone who cannot be successful, especially at a time like this. And I understand, I definitely feel frustration here. Possible tears, because you want it really, really bad. And you have to take one day at a time. And it's like, all these people, they keep making it seem so easy. Networking, it is not easy. Especially if you are going to a mixer, just walking up to someone, hey, have your business card. Say you don't have a business card. Well, they do have these new cards where you just, with the COVID things going on, you just basically tap the phone and all of your information with the card pops up. Some of you, it's difficult for you because you feel like, it's like you don't want to be like everyone else. Reset, step back, and really give direction. Are you in the industry that is for you? We have the Knight of Pentacles here, Earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Hard work pays off. This is productivity, creating that routine. As an entrepreneur, you have to be ready and willingly, right, to do the same thing. Your main priorities, the same thing over and over again. Same script. Okay? There's nothing wrong with free-flowing things, but you have to create a routine. You have to use your calendar. You have to take notes. What works and what doesn't work. Okay, when you're creating your prospect client list of possible people that you can pitch your services to, you have to make sure, can you provide them services? What can you do? For some of you, get support group. Yes, join some groups. For some of you, you may be starting a support group, starting your own community, creating your own heaven on earth. You don't want to keep feeling like everyone else. You don't want to keep surrounding yourself with petty energy. Some of you are starting your own church, your own spiritual movement. So you're like, you know what? I have something to offer, because I don't want to keep running into it. But you also have to understand, what you run away from will come back. And you have to conquer that in your stance. Join the club. Some of you are getting ready to attend some conferences. You're starting community events. You're getting into community. That's probably where you might be dealing with a nonprofit organization here. And for some of you, you're looking for sponsors. It's kind of let it be easy. Let down your guard just a little bit. Put down your swords. Okay? Goals. Are you aligning with your goals? Okay? What is your budget? Are you saying your affirmations? Are you asking for help? Your platform. Creating a demo. And you can hire an expert if need be. Communication. Okay? This is pertaining to your bag. Your goals. You can control your platform. It's no one's fault. But there's nothing wrong with asking for help. Communication is key for you to be able to be productive and effective. That's being responsible. Know your income and your expenses. Budget. Hire an expert if you need. Maybe you are the expert. All right? Create that online book, that workshop, that one-on-one session. Create those demos, step-by-step process. What am I going to benefit? What is the benefit? Okay. Change of focus. Yes, go ahead and start listening to 4-minute affirmation. You won't be disappointed. Okay, it simply starts with just your breathing techniques, inhaling and exhaling through the mouth and being in gratitude. Okay, being in gratitude. And when you do that and you're releasing, entrepreneur, it's amazing. It's so amazing. All right, truth. I express my truth with love. Okay, that can be your affirmation that you use. I express my truth with love. Being honest with self. Say it together. I express my truth with love. Okay? You know, it's a work in progress. Communication. You master communication with self, building that relationship with self, and then building that relationship with divine, and then building that relationship with whatever your endeavor is as an entrepreneur, business owner, freelancer, contractor. Okay, communication is a beautiful, strong thing to have, and maybe you need to ground yourself. Grounding is it's very, very important. You know, saying your affirmations, making your goals clear and simple, because that can be what's overwhelming. You have the plan, but the plan is heavy, so you need to break things down. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with asking for help. There's a lot of people who are just starting out, just like you. Every day, every second, someone is starting their business. Whether it's from the behind their phone, behind their laptop, and within their homes, at school, someone is starting their business. Okay? And then you need to take your guard down. Because if you're in business, you have to communicate. Okay? Can't communicate in this energy, baby. Okay? But you can communicate in the Knight of Pentacles. Create that routine to the point where you get, set a time. Okay, well, I'm going to get on social media at this time, and I'm going to just talk for 3 minutes. Okay? Or I'm going to attend this workshop on this day. Start creating your routine and start off small. You want to make sure whatever you associate yourself with, is this a short-term or long-term commitment? Or is this just a refresher to gain more information and more knowledge? Okay? So make sure you subscribe. Don't forget, you do your affirmation. We'll say it again. I express my truth with love. And yeah, you got this, viewer. You do. And that's what's very, 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 very important is when we are able to take the leap in whatever that is. You fill in the blank of what right now you want to take a leap regarding. And there is no wrong answer. Okay? Because everything is a process. Everything is a process. Okay? So don't forget, love is kind, love is gentle, and that is you and I.